All right, this is Rachel Suderman doing the sheep brain dissection for Bio 220. The brain is normally covered with a thick meninge called the dura mater. It was removed, and we also have the pia mater and arachnoid mater, thin coverings that are the other two meninges. The pia mater is the inner meninge, and the arachnoid is the outer. And then we've got the cerebrum. It's the largest part of the mammalian brain. The longitudinal fissure, it runs down the middle of the two hemispheres, and it is connected by the corpus callosum. It also contains sulci, which are the grooves here, and the gyri, which are the ridges, and we've got the frontal lobe for motor function, the parietal lobe, which is for processing sensory, the temporal lobe, which processes auditory information, and the occipital lobe, which processes visual information. And then we've got the cerebellum, which is right in here. That's the cerebellum. It is divided down the center by the vermis and controls muscle coordination. And then we've got the brainstem, and the spinal cord. And the brainstem has the medulla, the pons, and the midbrain. So medulla, pons, midbrain. It regulates sleep-wake cycles, emotions, and bladder and sphincter control, also facial movements, auditory and visual processing, and regulating of motor functions. And then we've got the cranial nerves, which are the optic chiasma, is the X-shaped nerve here that is formed by the crossover of optic nerves. And then the olfactory bulb is down in here, and it processes smells. Opening up the brain, we've got the ventricles responsible for cerebral spinal fluid. We've got the cerebral aqueduct connects the third and fourth ventricles, and the pineal body, which is right in here on the third ventricle, it produces melatonin. And then the choroid plexus produces cerebrospinal fluid as well. And then we've got, and then the cerebral aqueduct connects the third and fourth ventricles. Then we've got the diencephalon, which is right in here with the thalamus and the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus maintains homeostasis, and the thalamus is the sensory relay center. The hippocampus is below the lateral ventricles and is responsible for converting short-term memory to long-term memory, and that is right in here. And then we've got, you can see the gray matter in this part of the gray and the white matter in that part of the cerebrum. The gray matter is found in the cerebral cortex, and it's unmyelinated. The white matter is in the brain and the spinal cord, and it is the myelinated axis. Here is the arbor vitae. also known as the tree of life, and it carries sensory and motor information through the cerebellum.